So yes, I am also known as Captain Wally. My friends gave me the name Wally back in high school, and I soon found myself as Captain Wally when I started to create Spaceflight 18. Patience and perseverance, that's all that's necessary to get out of the solar system, off our planet. And that we have in common. And I am very, I'm given great strength from you, Dr. Stern, and you, Steve, for your persistence to see your dreams through. Now, my dream when I came to New York was to create theater. But soon I found that that was just not enough. I was kind of bored by the sitting in a dark room and letting people do things, and you are quiet, and then it's over and you go away. My life pointed me towards something more exciting, and that was art, meeting music, meeting dance, meeting poetry, meeting people. How many people here are ready to go into outer space if given the chance? Can I have a... Yeah, exuberant smiles, thank you. All right, that's good. Well, that's what Captain Wally is here to afford us. Here, us humans who don't have the money to buy the ticket yet, and actually the tickets aren't available yet, except for on Spaceflight 18, which is rather awesome. Our spaceship is called the Spaceship Kaleidoscope because what it does is it reflects the people that are on it. Space here. Let's see what we have to show you. This is our beginning. Check-in. We welcome everyone. You know, Steve, you said that we're multicultural, and it's true. Our ensemble of flight attendants are multicultural, but really we are one race, and that's the human race. And I don't mix around with culture too much, and just treat everyone as voyagers into the unknown. Speaking of unknown, that's the whole point. I was here to write a play that had no play, had no script, did not know where it would go, what would happen. Does anyone want to check in? Can I have a volunteer for someone just to check in? Raise your hand and I'll call on you. Thank you so much. And what is your name?
Hi, I'm Karen.
Hi, Karen. Is that your given name, or did you choose that name?
It's my given name.
Okay, Karen. Hey, Karen. When did you come onto this planet? What was your date? It doesn't. I don't need the year, but I want to know the date. I don't need to know the year. Thank you.
August 12th.
August 12th. Okay. 9/12. And where did you enter? 8/12. Thank you so much. And where did you enter the planet?
South Bronx.
South Bronx. All right. All right. Good to know. Hey, Karen, would you pick a number between 1 and 18?
Hold on. What number would you like? 5.
5. 5. Okay, this is check-in. 5. Hey, Karen, what do you know about the world?
Oh. What do you mean?
Well, what do I mean? I mean, like, what do you know for certain about the planet that we're living on? What have you figured out so far in your years here on Earth?
That's a great question.
Okay.
What do I know for certain?
Yeah.
Do I really know anything for certain? I don't know what I know for certain. That's interesting. I don't know the answer to that question.
And you don't have to. That was fun plenty. Hey, Karen, would you do a wah-wah with me? See, the wah-wah is the great beyond, the great everything in between us. Well, listen, we exercise it like this. I go wah, 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 and you go wah, 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 wah. And I'm going to do it without the microphone so we can hear each other.
Okay.
Okay?
Huh.
Wah, 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 wah.
Wow.
Wah, 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 wah. At the same time, you can go wah,
Right.
wah, 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 wah. And our point of entry into the infinite is here and now. Ring the bell for you, Karen, and thank you and welcome aboard.
Thank you.
The Spaceship Kaleidoscope has, oh, that's security. Let's see, does everyone feel secure? Does everyone feel secure? Okay? All right, good. Okay. Then we can move on. The Spaceship Kaleidoscope, here's a model of the Spaceship Kaleidoscope as hung by Jason Roganis. There's another view of it at our second installation, and then some more The Spaceship Kaleidoscope has journeyed 52 times into the great unknown around the solar system. We have not made it to Pluto yet because we don't know anything about it. We don't have a picture of it.
What a relief we're not second.
No, you will be first, and we will follow thereafter with a clear image of the Kuiper Belt and those things that we are to find there. Our hope, my hope as Captain Wally, is to reach beyond our solar system and to see what happens when we go out, far out. 52 journeys, over 1,800 passengers in 2010 and 2012. Both times that we launched were both from Lower Manhattan. We launch away from fear and prejudice, that separates the people here on Earth, towards the consciousness and the embrace of the cosmos, towards our interconnectedness. Above the entrance to the kaleidoscope hangs this sign, "Feel free." It's the only thing that was very clear when I started to create this show in 2002, that this is the entrance. For teachers, we'll get back to this. I am one big yes man living in a world of yesness. Always yes is the faith that everything is perfect just the way it is. So as opposed to a director or a writer of theater who wants it a certain way, or a teacher who wants the lesson to go a certain way, I stand by yes and keep looking at it and keep listening to it. And here comes Spaceflight 18. Here's our invocation by Rachel Can, our cruise director. Thank you for blessing us with your presence. This is about knowing that if we are truly fly alone, together we are our powerful energy expanding exponentially. This is a birthday party, New Year's Eve, divine temple, and all the best parts of sex. Special, exciting, holy communion. Trusting each other enough to let go of ego and just flow. Drifting in the rhythm of momentum of moment and bringing it, meeting each other halfway while giving 150%. This is a haven, a reminder, a gift to you, and an unending receiving. This is a gift to us. We can join by intertwining light, because everybody sparkles inside, because we're less different than we are the same, because there is no game to win. It's just this interconnectedness that blesses us. And we bow down with gratitude, because without you, we're just dreaming. Rachel Can. That was Rachel Can, and this, I found online, I was really excited. Anyone here a part of the Galactic Federation of Light? That's a trick question. You're all actually members of the Galactic Federation of Light. And we can now do the, if you can do a call and response, this is the official mantra. With the Galactic Federation of Light,
with the Galactic Federation of Light,
the Republic for which we sail,
the Republic for which we sail,
one cluster among many,
one cluster among many,
we address the universe
we address the universe
with love and gratitude.
with love and gratitude.
Oh, good. Thank you so much. Give yourself a round of applause, please. Go ahead. You're really great. I'd like to show you this too. Can I just see your palms like this? I want to show you something from the future. I actually did come from the future as well. And this is how we say hello in the future. And this is how we also say peace. I carry no arms. I'm exchanging the energy between you. I'm feeling the energy between us. The energy which I call the Wally. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me introduce you to safety instructions. Love to give you a little safety instruction. I'll tell you more about the show. Please keep eyes, ears, body, heart, and mind open at all times. In case of an emergency, panic for 5 seconds before calmly breathing and accepting the moment as it is. Then hold the person or persons nearest to you. We need to remind you that when you voyage into outer space, you are taking your life into your own hands. truth be told, you might die. And these will be the people you die with. So please take this opportunity now to introduce yourselves to your neighbors. Go ahead. If you don't know your neighbor, please say hi. It's about time to come together. You are the stars of Space Flight 18. I'll do it again. You are the passengers, the stars of... I have a great story about these two. Space Flight 18, and then these two. Forget about it. So I didn't cast them, I just opened up the spaceship and let them come aboard. He brought his cat. Warren is his name, and he really jumped in. When you avail yourself of a feel-free environment, you get all sorts of Earthlings. And here on the Spaceship Kaleidoscope, we collide peacefully and with a little bit of fun, maybe play. That is our path toward discovery, is the listening and responding to one another in real time. This is our first crew. There's Stephen Boogie Down McMullen, who's here in the back. Thank you so much for being here. There's the captain. There's Rachel Can, who wrote that wonderful invocation. There she is again on our second incarnation. Benjamin Jones builds the kaleidoscope. I found him through this treehouse that he made on Governor's Island. I was so blown away by this gamelan treehouse, and then the universe somehow put him in front of me 2 days later, literally by chance. Randomly went to a party, and I was thinking about this guy, Benjamin Jones, and there he was being introduced to me at a party. Then this is the great Matt Tenney. Talk about technological breakthroughs. This guy said yes. When I said, can I have a spaceship that can fly willy-nilly through the solar system, can record its path so it can be replayable, and that a child could fly that ship at the same time. He said, yeah, and then only months later said, I didn't know how I would possibly do that. But he said yes, because we're in the wild west of technology, so he says, and he's waiting for his next bold offering. He did it. This is the flight control, one of the two screens, literally yawing left and yawing right, and big speed, little speed, and the actual iPad could be tilted to go this way or this way, and the ship would respond. 7 windows out into the universe would surround the passengers after they came on board. And then after we got past the asteroid belt, then passengers would be welcome to try flying the ship themselves. Wild. That kids flying, all different types of people fly the ship differently. And Steve mentioned that we were downed by Hurricane Sandy. It's true. We had 2 weeks where we couldn't have official public offerings, but we did open the doors and invite people to come and just play with it. And just to watch different people fly the Spaceship Kaleidoscope was revelatory. That's me. I was 7 years old, just to let you know that I've been going at intergalactic roles for a long time. This is my first role as Trooper number 1 in the Space Odyssey at my neighborhood recreation center. And my grandpa, once more time, my grandpa. Now, my grandpa believes that 18 is good luck. And so my mother, she would add 18s everywhere. He would add 18s in license plates, addresses, and whatnot. And it always just meant grandpa and luck. When I came to New York 20 years ago, I literally, on the first month I got here, I stumbled upon an open door at a synagogue where a rabbi was giving a lesson about gematria, which is the study of the letter and the number in Hebrew, that they both are one and the same thing. The letter is the number is the letter. It doesn't represent or signify. Okay? So that the number 18, which is the 2 letters, the Hebrew letters added together, add to 18. And that word right here is chai, which means life. So the number 18 now comes to me when I began this journey to mean the flight of life. And can I create a structure that people can come on in and we can learn from what really happens? Letting real stuff happen. 52 journeys we took, and we went far out. The first incarnation, actually, the whole point was to say yes to everything. do everything possible. And I didn't get everything done, I mean, because I wanted to go way far out. But I got most things done. The second incarnation, the real import was to create this technology that we can fly willy-nilly with. Hey, something else I want to share with you about New York, and then I'll get back to this 18. E.B. White wrote that no one should move to New York unless they're willing to be lucky. I'm still, my question, I think, with this, with Spaceflight 18 is what is luck and what is serendipity and synchronicity and coincidence? When I get, you should see what happens on the spaceship kaleidoscope, or here, even in this very room, how we collide, how we know one another. I like luck. I like observing it. Real life is entertaining. Real people are endearing and enduring. Look at the success of Humans of New York, how much we want to know one another. Spaceflight 18 is that bridge for me to get to let people get closer to one another. Timing is all. Yeah, with luck, I changed it, Josh. I used to say God is timing, but then I'm an agnostic, so I didn't want to get to God. Now I say timing is all. The way things happen, how you ended up being here today is this strange millions of synchronicities, of serendipities, of coincidences that brought us here. Now I want to tell you the last thing here, well not last thing really, but something got revealed when I did the maiden voyage, and that this theory of 18 being life, well, I saw something else in the form. Here we have on our left the one, representing our three-dimensional reality, our birth to death, our straight line. We start here, we end there, and it stands right next to the infinite. These together are life. And it drives me crazy that it took me 10 years, I don't know how many years to figure that out, to see that connection with what we were doing on the spaceship, that life is this to us, and this is what we're giving to people. Boogie, I hope you're keeping me honest. 4? 3? I'm on 3? Okay. Then I want to get to the teachers. I'm a teaching artist from time to time. I enjoy teaching. I love going to the classrooms. I love blowing it up. I love seeing a lot of kids working and creating and doing, you know. Anything to get them doing, and I continually am creating new exercises, new ways, just for the fun of it. You know what I mean? Just because we have to start having fun. These kids need some fun. And I want to give you, in my closing couple minutes, my advice. This is what it was originally a plane before the universe told me I was flying a spaceship, taking you where you want to go. Hey, there's our new logo, at least one of the, we're working on it, but there's the 8, and there's the 1 in Spaceflight 18. There's our launch pad. Okay, if I was audio-visual, we'd be playing loud music and stuff. There's some on board. That was me in Lower Manhattan behind us as we sail up into the stratosphere. And then we go far out, and just to let you know what actually happens when we get to, there's 2 things that can happen. We go to a planet or to the moon, and it affects the spaceship, and we all play a game on that. And then there's other games that the spaceflight attendants or anyone else can initiate too, for things to happen. That was moon. Okay, now that's the Earth, but here's a panoramic, and I can't do a panorama on this, so follow left to right. You'll see Saturn out the right. So can you get a sense of how big? It's big. And also something that what was so amazing when he designed the universe. He thought of all the things that that spaceship could do to get perfect images. Thank you. And this was one, we wanted to see the sun behind the Earth. So we would fly around and try to get different images. Like this one, who's very into the Earth rising over the moon. And we can do that if you fly well enough. We also have Earth simulators on board for those who feel homesick. So we have a garden room, we have golf. And this is a beach. There's Ruby at the beach. In case you, there's the Wonderman. Okay. Leonardo da Vinci believes in art and science, so does Nikola Tesla, believes that we should think about science beyond the numbers. And Buckminster Fuller reminds us that the universe will support us if we, I'll read it to you. If you devote your time and attention to the highest advantage of others, the universe will support you. Teachers, you know that. Always and only, though, in the nick of time. Always and only at that last minute when you just need it and it comes through. Right? Isn't it crazy? I don't know what's up with the universe, but I'm meant to keep asking the questions, and this is the crux to it. Classroom. Okay, teachers, acknowledge everyone. When you come in, look at them, touch them, pat them on the shoulder. And I'm sure you do that, but that's my first offering to you from Spaceflight 18 is to acknowledge everyone. I do love this little piece of paper where everyone gets to sign their name. Everyone gets to make a mark somehow. If you have a chalkboard, you have a smartboard, it doesn't matter. Let them make a mark, you know? They feel like they're there. Feel free. That is the one rule of import. With this comes responsibility. It's written, that was a lesson learned. I tell everyone's free, but that means you really have to be responsible for everybody. Inspire participation. I love this. You see that I love you on top, and then someone else writes, I love you too, on the bottom there. This kind of exchange of ideas, any which way you can get them participating and listening to one another. Play the space. I mean, play the space. Yeah, you know what? I go into so many classrooms, and so many teachers don't know how to turn off the lights. Or play your room like your own new theater. You know, switch it up and see what else you can do with it. But especially turn off the lights. I mean, that's all they want. They're like, oh, thank you, just a break. You know, a break. Last but not least, welcome to Wawa. So be still, be quiet. Let there be quiet and stillness. And I actually like to say that we will begin from a place of stillness and silence. And then you just wait until it happens. And then you feel the Wawa and go. All right? That's about it. That's what the universe looks like to me, Dr. Stern. I think if we had there's some kind of camera, if it could look at the universe, it would look like this. You know, if you could truly see that everything's doing that somehow and connecting. Every time I see water, light through water, that's what inspires me. Well, folks, thanks for your time. Thank you again, Steve and Dr. Stern and all y'all for being here. Oh, to finish, can we have what we call on the kaleidoscope a group Wawa? Everyone together, listening. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.